Hey y'all, welcome back to Real Raw and Sweet Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning member to the Soul Tribe, welcome back. Gemini, this is your reading. First off, for my pre-intuition thing, prior to coming into this reading, I was like really hyped up and I was playing music before I started, before I even prayed. And it's crazy because I don't usually ever do that. So some of you guys may like, I don't know, everybody likes to listen to music, right? But there may be specific songs that you feel like you have to play in that moment, because that's what I felt like. There was a specific song I had to hear prior to starting. Also, 1111 could be significant. I saw that as well when I pulled the song up. But nevertheless, we are back. If that resonated for you, let me know in the comments. We're going to spark the reading off with a 3-card pull of where your past is, where you currently are, and where you are going. This is a March reading. We just had a really big like full moon, so I hope everybody's energy has been good this week. Nothing too heavy. But yeah, we're gonna see your past energy. What's Gemini's past looking like? It's always nice to see it in 3 forms like that, because it just shows you like how far you came, where you're going. For Gemini. The Hangman. The 8 of Swords in the reverse. I feel like in your past, you had to sacrifice that overthinking, that constantly beating yourself up, or, you know, always being like in a mental prison with your own thoughts. Because the 8 of Swords in the upright is overthinking. You constantly have the same thought on your mind, or you're constantly doubting yourself in some type of way. So that coming out with the Hangman, you had to let go of that way of thinking because it wasn't helping you. It was actually hindering your growth instead of helping you excel in life. And I feel like that's a really, really strong, powerful message to come out, because a lot of people don't overcome that all the time. So to see that is really nice. All right. Where's Gemini's current energy at? Where's Gemini's current energy? Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, this could mean a couple things. Ace of Wands in the reverse could be either the fact that you haven't been having the same sex drive like you usually have, or this could be the fact somebody could have fertility issues or problems. As well, there could be problems within your manifesting. Like 11:22 on the clock as I say that. Maybe you are trying to make something come into fruition for you, but it's just not panning out, or it's not working. So you could feel like something is blocked for you at this time. What else with the Ace of Wands? What else with the Ace of Wands in the reverse? Honestly, I feel like if there was something that you were overthinking in your past, or you were in a mental prison about something, that coming up to this, maybe something happened in your past. This could be a miscarriage as well. Somebody could be grieving from that. What else with the Ace of Wands in the reverse? Page of Wands in the Hierophant. A lot of you guys could be really discovering like your spiritual side of yourself. Okay, you could be going to teachers, or you could be listening to tarot. There could be certain things that you are doing to like dive further into the spiritual side of yourself, and I love that. A lot of you guys could be specifically dating around to meet someone that matches your beliefs, that matches your values, you know, somebody that is also in a sense into the same spiritual things as you are. Also, the Hierophant card is something that really triggers from how you were raised as well. That's why the values and beliefs are so high, because you were like, I value this. This is how I grew up. This is how I feel like I should be treated. This is how I should treat a person. So I feel like a lot of you guys are either searching for that person, or like I said, you're just searching for more knowledge. You're gaining more knowledge. You could be teaching multiple people as well. Some of you guys could be literal spiritual teachers. What's future energy looking like for... Sorry, y'all. I turned it the wrong way. For Gemini. Future energy for Gemini. For this March. What's to come? That was a lot. That was a lot. You got the Justice in the reverse and the Moon. Libra, Cancer energy. There could be somebody that lied to you or is going to be treating you unfairly in some type of way. And I feel like something in your subconscious is already telling you that. The Justice in the reverse, it could be a Libra, it could be another Gemini, it could be an Aquarius. Somebody that treated you unfairly and they try to justify their actions when they know in reality they were wrong. And the moon in the upright, it's like you're not realizing it because you're so busy staring at the moon. So there is a huge thing with that, because it's kind of like you're missing out on the clearer picture of what's in the back of your mind. In the back of your mind, you could be thinking this person is a liar. You could be thinking this person doesn't treat you fairly. But it's like, how do I put this? You want to believe what you want to see. You get what I'm saying? You can't build a fake image. You have to believe a person for who they are. So I don't know if I like that, y'all. What else with the Justice in the reverse? So I'm feeling like if somebody from your past lied to you or did something unfair to you, and something even around this full moon this week, you could be having dreams, like you could be getting literal downloads about this person. Like, okay, they treated me unfairly, they lied to me. Like maybe somebody is still in your energy for whatever reason, or they could be returning. Okay, we're about to see. We're gonna hop into the oracle and we're gonna build off of that with the tarot and see what's going on. Of course, because we got what's in the news. What's in the news? This is like my favorite deck. Well, one of my favorite decks. What else? Long haul, in it to win it, long-term intentions, invested, period. Okay, Gemini. Who did y'all meet? Like, who did y'all meet? Who did y'all meet? What else? What else for Gemini? Ooh, that one came out really snappy. Like, I don't know if y'all just heard that, saw it, but this one came out really snappy. Red flags, warning signs, take heed, risky situations. First energy out, there's somebody you could be seeing yourself having a long haul with, but there's some red flags there, and maybe you need to pay attention to the warnings. What else? What else for Gemini? Lucky break, good fortune, good things to come, and there is a turning point in your life. So I feel like if you really have been down and out lately, like, damn, I can't catch a break, there's thing after thing constantly happening to me. Yeah, God's about to turn that around for you. Maybe I'm getting, some of you guys could do scratch offs or play the lottery. Like, I'm literally seeing somebody writing their numbers or like scratching, you know what I mean? Some of you could get lucky literally on a scratch off. Okay, we have lost, that was a lot. That's all we're going to take. We have lost, numbing, heart to heart, deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest, period. And then we have lastly, receipts, evidence, guilty as charged, exposed. So what is going on, Gemini? There could be, somebody could feel like they got receipts, or you could have receipts on somebody because you're like, oh, you're not going to lie on me. Because remember, you had that Justice in the reverse. So I feel like somebody could be lying. Also, you could be going to court with somebody that could be an air sign, or what else came out with that Justice in the reverse? Anyways, nevertheless, you could be having a court battle with somebody, and you could be feeling like, oh, you're coming with receipts, or they're coming with receipts. What's the long haul? We're going to see, though. We're going to see. What's the long haul for Gemini? What's the long haul? Like, what's going on? Are you guys invested in someone? You're feeling lovey-dovey? Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Whoever you're dealing with, it could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like somebody's really like planning how they see their future with you, or planning how invested they are in you. I feel like somebody is not backing out of something. What else with the Two of Wands in the reverse? Also, the Two of Wands is like, I'm discovering how life could be in my future. So if somebody is in that energy when it comes to long haul with you, that's truly how somebody feels about you. Like, they are imagining what their life and their future would be like with you in it. What else with the Two of Wands in the reverse? Temperance. Sagittarius energy, heavy Sagittarius energy. Okay, there could be a problem with finding balance in between you two. Somebody could come off really like happy-go-lucky one minute, and then they're like a storm the next minute. So there may need to be like some type of compromise or some type of conversation that y'all have to like understand each other. Okay. What else was the Temperance in the reverse? Anything else before we move on? All right, let's go to red flag. Why is there a red flag here? What needs to be seen? Spirit is going crazy. The Sun in the reverse, the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. A lot of you guys are really true lovers. Like, you really wear your heart on your sleeve and you're very vulnerable with your feelings. And I also feel like you take other people's feelings into consideration all the time. Like, you're like, I'm going to put you first and I'm going to put how you feel first. Like, if you don't want to do this, I don't want to do it either. You don't want to go here, neither do I. Like, babe, you don't want popcorn? We don't got to get popcorn. We can get nachos. You know what I mean? I feel like you're always putting somebody else first. Knight of Swords energy. This is your card, Gemini. So you could be really bold for what you want. You could constantly go for things all the time. You're always pushing to do the next thing. And I feel like you're really like a go-getter. You're in really fearless energy, especially throughout this month. So if you feel like you've been doubting yourself in any type of way, that's completely going to get shrugged off your shoulders. Like, that's going to be gone. It's not going to be there no more. You're releasing any of that type of energy. But the Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Sun in the reverse here, you could really be dealing with a fire sign that doesn't know how to focus on themselves. Okay. This person has a very dark negative mindset as well with the Sun in the reverse. I feel like they're always depressed. There's always something going wrong with them. This is also somebody that has a really hard time being single. What else? What else with the Eight of Cups in the reverse? But, I feel like maybe you were or are going to be very vulnerable with somebody, but you're going to see some type of like dark energy when it comes to them. And I say that because I feel like somebody always has a negative mindset, and this could be a person that comes off like they really focus on being by themselves, or they really focus on their personal spiritual journey. But it's like, if you're doing that, you shouldn't have a negative mindset. If you're doing that, you should be healthy in your mental state, and you should be evolving, right? So if you are noticing that within somebody, that's why the warning is coming out. Because like I'm saying, they could come off like they got the most joy in the world, but they're really depressed. They're really negative. They're really pessimistic. You get what I'm saying? What's lucky break? Yeah, because Gemini need one. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. A lot of you guys could be like communicating well, or voicing yourself, or voicing some type of truth or something, and you're really going to get rewarded for that. What else with the King of Swords? I feel like you could also be really receptive to what somebody has to say, and that's going to end up paying off. It's going to be like, all right, wow, like Gemini really listened, and I really feel like, you know, they would be a good fit. Maybe some of you guys are going for a job. You don't have to be, but what's King of Swords? What else with the King of Swords? Okay. Let's get into this Lost card, okay? Ghosted, cowardice, disappearing acts for Gemini. Ugh. 10 of Swords in the reverse, 9 of Swords. The 19th could be somebody's birthday, okay? A lot of you could have really bad anxiety, or you could stay stressed like late at night. You could be up really late at night. 9 of Swords could also be literally not being able to rest because you're thinking about something so much, okay? 10 of Swords in the reverse. You have freed yourself from betrayals, but there is somebody that could have ghosted you, or really like made you feel like you were less than in some type of way. And I feel as though regardless if you freed yourself from feeling like betrayed or feeling failed by people, whoever this person is really made you feel some type of way when they ghosted you, or when they made you feel like less than. What else with the 9 of Swords? For some of you guys, there's another scenario that I'm getting. If you were dealing with an air sign, this could be somebody from your past. They could feel like really, really beat up. They could feel really betrayed. And they could be the ones restless and feeling lost. Also, you could have ghosted them. And now they're feeling lost and like left out. Oh well, Wheel of Fortune here. Cool plan. There's a, how do I put this? Somebody potentially thinks that the wheel is going to turn in their favor when it comes to you two. But I feel like if you ghosted them or they ghosted you, I feel like it was a reason that happened. But nevertheless, this is your first major arcana of the whole reading. Period. We love that. There is a major turn in your life that's about to happen right now. I don't know what you have been, even if you weren't manifesting, even if you weren't praying, but I just feel like something is being drawn to you for a reason, because that's going to make your whole life start to turn. And the Wheel of Fortune card is such an important thing also for your mental state, because it reminds you that the wheel keeps turning. Like yesterday might have been messed up, but today is amazing. Tomorrow might be a little but the day after that is amazing again. You get what I'm saying? The wheel keeps turning. And that's a huge realization point for this month. 3 more cards, y'all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment as well. I love feedback. What's numbing? Self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. 4 of Cups in the reverse. A lot of you guys could have used to like numb yourselves to turn off your feelings in a way. Like you didn't want to be emotionally vulnerable. You didn't want to be emotionally available. You really didn't want nobody to hit on you. You didn't want to hit on them. Okay. And I feel like you could have been numbing yourself to not think about being with anybody. What else? Let's really clarify. What else with the 4 of Cups in the reverse? What else with the 4 of Cups? Ten of Pentacles. For some of you guys, there could be a family member that could be a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, and they could be numbing themselves. Please check on this person, because I feel like people try to suppress themselves with whatever substance, thinking it's going to make them feel better, but it really doesn't, because reality is still going to be there when you're sober. So there may be a family member that you need to check on at this time. Also, I always like to make it a point that the last thing on this card says irrational behavior. So somebody really could be acting out of their body because of whatever they're on. So, what's heart to heart for Gemini? Heart to heart. Who's having a heart to heart? Somebody could really like candy. Heart to heart. The Hermit. Oh my goodness. A lot of you guys could be like, sorry, this table keeps moving, keeps squeaking. A lot of you guys could be having a heart to heart either with yourself, but I truly feel like it's with somebody that's wise, okay? This person could be a Virgo. They don't have to be. They could have Virgo in their chart somewhere, but I feel like you're having really wise, in-depth conversations. Sorry, I got tongue twisted. In-depth conversations that really mean something. And I feel like it's from the knowledge you've learned. This person is sharing with you the knowledge they've learned. The Hermit card isn't just somebody that has a lot of knowledge. It's somebody that's literally wise. Like, I have lived through a lot of things that have made me into this renowned person. And also, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be in solitude the month of March. You could be like really, really low, not coming out the house too much. Like, I'm going to work, I'm going to go grocery shopping, and that's it. I'm not coming out to party. I don't want to go to the club. I'm not trying to be in every place. Like, I feel like you're kind of being centered this month. You're sitting in solitude because I feel like that's helping you grow in some type of way. Also, you could be noticing whoever you're having this heart to heart with, they could be a loner too. Like, they could really be sitting in solitude. You guys could both meditate. You guys could just have a lot of things in common. And that's why the conversation got so raw. That's why it got so blunt. That's why it got so intimate, because you guys are both so wise. There was so much knowledge to go back and forth with. Like, there's so much information to share. What else with the Hermit? Anything else before we move on to receipts? The King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. You are in like provider mode energy when it comes to this person. I feel like this is something that you want to be stable as well here with the King of Pentacles. I feel like you may come off, it's like you have two sides of you, Gemini. For my men and my women, there is a side of you that comes off super, super like sweet and you're always putting them first. And there's another side of you that comes off like, I'm more serious. Like, I got this. Relax. Chill. You don't got to worry about nothing. But it's like still an attractiveness to it. You know what I mean? It's not just so serious to the point where it's like, okay, let me back off. It's like, okay, like you're handling business. You're assertive. So there's that. Ace of Cups in the reverse. This person could be having overwhelming feelings for you right now. So that's always nice to see. I feel like this is like mutual energy. And especially if you want to do for this person, why not? But I feel like that feeling is reciprocated too, because the Ace of Cups is a new love. Some of you guys could have literally just met this person. It's new, it's fresh, whatever. And yeah, the heart to heart, whatever conversations you guys have been having, whatever knowledge was shared with each other, I feel like that's making that person have even more overwhelming feelings. What's receipts? Guilty as charged, evidence. Yeah, let's wrap this up because I've been waiting to get to this card. Receipts of what? Receipts of what? Oh. Knight of Cups. A lot of you guys could be like exposing your feelings for this person as far as like guilty as charged. I've been watching you. You know what I mean? I have screenshots of your page, or I mean, that might sound a little creepy, but I just feel like somebody could feel like they really have some type of receipts. Whether you guys had, I'm getting like some of you guys could have had a conversation with somebody and they'll like pull something back up for you or something like that and be like, look, you see what you said to me? Like, you know, but it's something sweet. It's like a sweet gesture. What else with the Knight of Cups? I don't want to, let me see. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, a whole nother storyline. Yeah. If there is a family member that is a water sign, you have to watch out for this person because y'all have already had arguments. Y'all have already had a dispute, a disagreement in some type of way. And I feel like somebody could be feeling like they have receipts or some type of evidence on you after this argument. I don't know what they're digging up, what it is. At first, I'm thinking it was something sweet, but I had a feeling something was off because I'm like, that doesn't really sound right coming out with the receipts card. For some of you guys, this could be an ex. Somebody you've had children with, whatever the case may be. I just really feel like somebody feels like, oh, you could have said your feelings for somebody or spilled something out for somebody before, and they want to expose that. And I feel like that's probably what y'all could have argued about. Like, what do you mean you have receipts on me? What do you mean you have screenshots on me? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like somebody's bitter. They just want something to argue about. And you know how in the beginning of this reading, you got the Justice in the reverse? Some of you guys really could have a court battle coming up with somebody. Oh, and the Chariot in the reverse. I didn't even see that. Somebody's blocked. You could have somebody's phone number blocked. Also, somebody could have been trying to come see you in some type of way, but they were redirected. Like the Chariot in the reverse could mean literal redirection. Like, oh, okay, their car is fucking up. Oh, okay, they got a phone call and they had to be somewhere else at that time. Or they were thinking about going, but then they just started cooking dinner. Redirection. You get what I'm saying? But the Chariot in the reverse could also mean you literally have this person blocked. They can't even come towards you. They can't communicate with you at all. Anyways, Gemini, this was a lot going on. But I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for your lucky break that's going to happen for you this month. And you see how there's a little luck of the Irish little 4-leaf clover. Something could be happening for you on St. Patrick's Day. So please keep in mind March 17th. Come back to this video on March 17th. Let me know what good happened for you. Even if it wasn't on that date. I feel like in between now and that time frame, something's going to happen. What's today? The 7th? The 6th? It doesn't matter. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.